Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel again. And in today's video I want to show you how you can be more profitable with your ads on Facebook, right? Because if you're a business owner and you use ads to promote your business, to sell, to get leads, you need to know your numbers, because the math is completely different from when you are using completely free methods. You are trying to grow your business organically, right? So let's say you are trying to sell a product and you are using free traffic to sell that product. You know that all the money that will come into your hand is pure profit, unlike when you are using ads to promote your business. And that's why a lot of advertisers suffer, because they don't know how to make the most profit from their investment on ads, right? So some of them just get discouraged and they give up on ads, some just give up on their business. But in this video right now, I'm going to show you how you can be profitable from your ads anytime you run ads on Facebook. This way, for every money you spend on Facebook, you ensure you get 2, 3, 4 or 5 times in return, right? So if this is your first time of visiting the channel, my name is Emmanuel, and what I do on this channel is to create videos that will help you make money online, right? And if that interests you, if you do business online or you want to start business online, you want to stick to this channel by tapping the subscribe button below. Also, you should turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a very helpful video like this on YouTube, you'll be the first to be notified, right? So and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a like. That will really go a long way in ensuring that people who need to see this video see it. Okay, so with that said, let's get into the main part of this video. Now, if you are running ads on Facebook, you always want to keep an eye on how much Facebook is charging you per result. Okay, a lot of advertisers don't know this, and they don't even know how Facebook ads work. They just put in their money and expect miracle to happen. Okay, some people think that all they need is just to get the ad running, but that's not all it takes. Facebook ads in itself does not bring you the sales, does not get you the lead. What Facebook ad does for you is to get you traffic, right? Is to try to put your product in front of the people you instruct the algorithm to show your offer to, right? So anytime you are running ad on Facebook, the first thing you must do, you should always ensure that you keep an eye on how much Facebook is charging you per result, and you can see that in this column right here. So let me take this lead generation campaign for instance, and this campaign has given me over 1000 leads, right? But as you can see here, my cost per lead is 54.26 naira, right? Now, what will decide if this is profitable for me or not is how much am I going to make for every lead. Okay, so if the cost of acquiring the lead is about 60 naira, that means I just have to sell a product of maybe 100 naira and I have a profit of 40 naira. That's an example, because on this campaign here, I'm actually trying to sell a product of about 5,000 naira. Okay, so if I'm getting leads at 54 naira, my math would be how many of these leads will go on to buy immediately and how many of them will buy after a series of follow-ups, right? So whenever you are running a campaign, to ensure that you are not just putting money into the drain, you are not running at a loss, you want to keep an eye on your cost per lead, per result. Okay, and if your cost per result becomes higher than the amount of money you are going to make from that result, then you are running at a loss. Okay, so in this video I'm going to share some tips with you that will help you ensure you always make profit from your ad. And what I'm going to show you basically in this video, the tips I'm going to share with you, will help you reduce your cost per result to as minimum as possible, right? So as you can see here, on average the cost per lead is 54.26, as you can see here. And these leads, they are getting into my email list, these leads right here. I'm getting them into my email list. That means I can sell to them over and over and over again. That means I'll be making a whole lot of money by just spending about 15 naira. Okay, so the lifetime customer value for each of these leads is very high. Though, so no matter how much I spend in this column right here, it does not really matter, because I'm actually running a very profitable ad. Okay, so that's what you want to ensure. You want to ensure that the value of the result is higher than how much you are spending to get that result, right? And it does not just happen. If you leave it to Facebook to help you sort that out, trust me, you are going to lose your money, because the machine is designed to help use your money. Okay, so whether you are trying to sell a product, you are into e-commerce, you have your own online store, or you are into affiliate marketing, or you are trying to generate leads, or you are trying to get people to watch your video, engage with your post, or whatever it is, these tips that I'm going to share with you right now, I have about 6 or 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tips to help you reduce your cost per result on Facebook ads. Okay, and if you're able to reduce your cost per result to the lowest possible, you know you are going to be making more profit. That way you enjoy doing your business, and you are going to be able to keep that ad running for long, and that means more money for you. Okay, so that way Facebook ads will not be a pain, but it's going to be more like an investment machine. When you put in a particular amount of money and you get a particular amount out, right? So you can turn Facebook ads into a money making machine for you, or a business growth machine for you, if you apply the tips that I'm going to share with you right in this video. So let's get started with these tips. Now, the first tip is you need to understand your business, or your offer, or your product, or your service. If there's a need for your business, if there's a need for your product in the market, right? Now, this is where most people start getting it wrong from, right? Basically, it's not every product that you can sell with Facebook ads, right? And sometimes the product that you are trying to sell, some people, the product they are trying to sell, even if you try to sell it to them, they won't buy it. So you must ensure that you are coming to the market with a product that is in high demand. Okay, so let me explain to you how Facebook ads actually work and how Facebook bill you. Okay, so now there are billions of people on Facebook, right? And out of that billions of people on Facebook, at least millions of them theoretically will need your product, right? Will need your business, or will need whatever it is you have to offer. Okay, so since these people are on Facebook, what you are doing with your ad is, okay, Facebook, take this amount of money. Let's say Facebook, take $100, and I want you to start showing my product to people who will be interested in this product. Okay, now Facebook will take your $100, and the algorithm will start going around its platform, right? Start showing your product to people who match your interest, right? Start showing your product to people who match your interest, and Facebook charge you per impression. Okay, technically Facebook is not charging you per result, they are charging you per impression. So Facebook can decide, for every 1,000 people we show this product to, will charge you $10, right? So by the time 2,000 people see your product, Facebook will charge you $20. Okay, so in the process of that crawling, when Facebook tries to carry your product around to show people that match your interest, if by the time Facebook spends, let's say, $5, one person buys your product, that means the cost per result for your campaign is $5, right? At a particular point, your cost per result becomes stable. Let's say after reaching maybe 3,000 persons, after about 3,000 impressions, let's say to reach 3,000 persons, from our math, that's about $30 for you. and the billing most times is calculated in context. Facebook will look at the competition for that market, right? So the more the competition, the higher you are likely to pay to get 1,000 impressions. Okay, so let's say in 1,000 impression you get 5 sales, right? And Facebook charge you $10 for 1,000 impressions and you got 5 sales. I think that's about $2 per sales for you. That means your cost per result at 1,000 impressions become $2. Okay, so if you are selling a product that is worth $20, you see you are making a profit of $18, right? So that's how Facebook ads work. Now if you put a product on ad and the product does not appeal to people, it's not what people are looking for, Facebook will keep showing your product to people, but people will not take action on it, right? And the more people that get to see that product, the more people that get to see your ad, the more your money keeps going, right? That way your money can continue to waste endlessly without getting you any result, right? So putting your product, putting your business on an ad is not a guarantee that you are going to make sales, or it's not a guarantee that people will buy into your offer, will buy into your ad, right? So you must ensure that your product, what you are offering, is what the market is looking for, right? So you can start by doing market research. Okay, so you check if there are people looking for that product, and one of the tools you can use is Facebook Ads Library. You can go to Facebook Ad Library and check if people are actually selling that product. If people are selling that product, chances are that there's a demand for it, right? So, and also you can also test by trying to sell that product organically. Try to sell whatever you want to sell with that, try to sell it organically. If people buy, that means chances are there that if you reach more people, you will make more sales, right? So you must check your business, check your offer to ensure that there's a market for whatever it is you are trying to sell. So that's the first tip. Make sure you do your homework before you start spending money on ads. Don't forget, the fact that you are running ads does not necessarily mean you get the result you are looking for, right? The job of ads, of Facebook ads, is to get people who you instruct the machine to show your product to see that product, right? So you must ensure you have a great product that will appeal to a whole lot of persons, right? That's the first tip I have for you right here. Now the second tip is your marketing strategy. I stated earlier that not all products can be sold with ads, right? Sometimes you need to use lead generation campaigns. Sometimes you might want to have a low ticket product before upselling the main product you want to sell. So you want to ensure that you have the right marketing strategy for your business, right? What works for business A on Facebook ads might not work for business B on Facebook ads. The math is not that straight. Okay, so understand your marketing strategy. Do you have to host a free webinar before you try to sell your product, right? Do you need a landing page that will explain in detail before you present your offer? Do you need videos? Whatever it is, but you should know what works best for your product, right? And you can also use Facebook Ad Library to test that, see what is going on in your niche, right? See what other advertisers are doing, and then try to learn a lesson or two from that, right? So ensure you have the right marketing strategy. And for marketing strategy, when I'm selling a product, one of the criteria I use to decide the strategy I'll use to sell that product is the price of that product. Okay, the price of that product. So it's going to be very easy, or it will be easier to sell cheaper products on the go, right, straight up on ads, than to sell quite expensive products. So if you have an expensive product, a high ticket product, you should consider a lead generation campaign. Maybe host a free training, free webinar before selling your product. Okay, now the next tip that I have for you is your ad creatives, the text you are using for your ad, the images or the videos, are they appealing enough, right? So sometimes when you see the write-ups people use for their ads, it's not convincing at all, right? The image they use, the text they use, the videos they use is not convincing at all, right? So the more you can convince people seeing your ad to take action, the less you are going to pay Facebook for that, right? So basically, the more difficult it is for Facebook to get the objective you want, the more it's going to bill you, right, for that action. So you want to make it as easy as possible for people to take action on your ad. And one of the easiest ways to do that is through your ad creatives, because that's what people see. People don't see your interest, the interest you are targeting. They don't see that. They don't see the age you are targeting. They don't see your budget. All they see is your text, your videos, or your images, right? So you want to get that spot on. Make sure your text is convincing enough, your image is captivating, your videos are interesting, right? That way it will make it easier for people to take action on your ad, right? So the next tip is your budget, right? Now, a lot of people want to shy away from this, but sometimes your budget might just be too low for you to get the result you are looking for, right? So let's say, for instance, your average cost per result is let's say $5, for instance, and then you are using a daily budget of $1. It's almost impossible for Facebook to get you the result you are looking for. Okay, so if your average cost per result is $5, you want to try maybe use 2 times your cost per result or 3 times your cost per result. Okay, so your budget also matters, right? Because this is a game of visibility. The higher your budget, the more people will see your ad, right? And the more people will see your ad, the more chances of you getting more conversions on your ad, right? And by conversion, I mean the objective you are optimizing for. So your budget matters. You have to check that your budget is not too small. And sometimes don't make the mistake of using overblown budgets. Too high budget does not necessarily mean you get the best result. You just have to find the right balance. Okay, so the next tip I have for you is retargeting ads. Yes. Now, retargeting ads generally work better. You know, most times people don't take action when they are seeing your ad for the first time. They have to see it over and over and over again. So retargeting ads is one of the ways you can do that. If you have an ad directed at the cold audience, retargeting ads will help you reduce your cost per result, right? And personally, I've observed that it works well. It works so well. So retargeting ads will always give you a cheaper cost per result. Okay, so you should try in your campaigns have an ads that is retargeting maybe people who have visited a particular page or website, who have taken an action to retarget your leads, to retarget people who watch your videos and all of that, right? Then the next tip I have for you is sometimes you just have to test to find out what works for your business, right? And that's just the truth. Sometimes what works for you might just be very strange, far from the usual. Okay, so you just have to keep testing which ad video works better, keep testing which ad image works better, keep testing which ad text works better. And what you want to do is you want to kill the ads or the campaigns that are not bringing you the best result, and then you want to double down on the ads that are giving you the best results. Okay, so sometimes you just have to test to find what works best for you. And then the next tip is, which will be the final tip for this video, sometimes you just have to give it time, right? With time, sometimes your cost per result will get lower. It happens, right? From the beginning of the campaign, you might be spending more than the money you are getting in return, but maybe after some time to just come to that point of stability where you're actually making some profit from your spend, right? And I've seen this work most of the times. Most of the time, the ad will just go from very expensive to very profitable, right? So sometimes don't be in a hurry to stop your ad. Sometimes if you have the money, you know, that's the downside of this strategy. You need a lot of money, because as a business owner you cannot keep it's quite hard sometimes to keep pushing money into what is not bringing you money in return. So if you have the money, you might just want to leave that campaign for a while. I just want to allow it stay around for some time, right? And remember, I said the more people see your ad, sometimes they have to see it over and over again, and keeping it running that way will ensure that your audience get to see your ad over and over again. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strategies that will help you get the cheapest cost per result on your Facebook ad campaigns, and that will ensure you make more profit from your campaigns, right? So I hope you use this in your business, and I hope you get the best result from your ad. And if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, just come over to my channel, go to playlist and check my Facebook ads playlist. I have a full Facebook ads tutorial that will help you with your Facebook ads. And also, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe before you go, and don't forget to turn on notification. And also, if you got value from this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.